Yes, so students, today we are going to revise all the important terms of civics which are included in your syllabus. In your syllabus, you are having chapter 1 to chapter 4 for your term 1 exam. So we are starting from the very first chapter, and first we will discuss about the constitution, democracy, equality and the major features of democracy. So first we will discuss about the constitution. What is constitution? Constitution is a set of rule and regulation which help in governing the country. What is constitution? Constitution is a set of rules and regulation which helps in the governing the country. Okay, constitution also guide to the government also that how government have to move towards its direction or for the development of the country. It's not compulsory that compulsory, we can not use word compulsory. It's not necessary that every time when country has a changed government that in today's scenario we are having BJP. After some time when election will be held, we are having Congress or some other political party. Okay, so it's not compulsory to have the same political party after every election. So when new government will come or any new government will form, then constitution will guide that particular government that how they have to move forward, in on which article or on which point they need to do more and more practice and you can say developments, or they need to frame policies. Okay, so like this constitution govern the government that how they have to move ahead. It's not that every time when government change then they make their own new laws and rules and regulations. They are having same rule and regulation, and that set of rule and regulation you called it a constitution. Okay, so like this constitution guide to the government or govern to the government that how they need to move ahead. Okay, after that there is very important term in constitution and which is related to your equality. What is equality? Equality means treating equal to all the persons. Okay, when you treat each and every person equal then it is called equality. There is a statement given in your constitution that every person is equal in the eye of law. Means we have divided people on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, culture. Okay, but for the constitution or for the law, each and every person is equal whether they belongs to the higher caste or whether they belongs to the lower caste. Whenever any person file any case in the court, so that person is not judged by the court on the basis of its caste or on the basis of their financial status. Okay, so like this every person is equal in the eye of law. Next term which we are going to discuss is types of government. We are having monarchy government, we are having democratic government. Okay, so what happened in democratic government? In democratic government people choose their own representatives with the help of the voting rights. Okay, in the democracy we are having right to choose our own representative to whom we think that they will fulfill our dreams, they will fulfill our demands and will work for the development of our constituency. Okay, and in the monarchy, what happened in the monarchy? In the monarchy any king or queen rule over the country. In the monarchy country people don't have any freedom to express their views. They don't have any freedom to tell that what they exactly want from the government. Okay, so in the monarchy people don't have any freedom, but in the democratic country people have freedom to express their views, express their opinions, and they want a proper development or they want a proper scenario or policies from the government, from the side of the government, that how government are going to do work for the country. Okay, in democratic government we also having freedom to express our views for whatever law or whatever policy government is having. If government is passing any new law or government is passing any new you can say bill, so people are having right to express their own views, that they are in a favor of that particular thing or they are in against of that particular thing. We have all the freedoms. Okay, and our constitution also provide us right for constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedy is a right under fundamental rights, that if any person is, if the right of any person is violated, if someone is saying or not allowing you to follow your rights or to avail your rights, then you are having a right to file a case against that particular person in the court. Okay, then you are having proper constitutional process of that for solving that particular case. Like this, our constitution having so many article and terms which we need to be understood, but uh, we need to move according to our syllabus only. So I'm not going to explain you apart from the syllabus. Okay, so we discussed the type of the government, we discussed the equality and one more fundamental right. Okay, so next what we are going to discuss, we have now secularism. There is another important term, secularism. Secularism means giving equal importance to all the religions without any partiality. Okay, when you are not doing any partiality in with any religion, it is called secularism. You are giving equal respect to all the religion. You are not saying that your religion is majority, our religion is minority. No, there is no majority and no minority in the term of religion. You are giving equal importance to all the religion, and India is a secular state. State here, state means country only. Okay, so we can say that India is a secular state or country, as it is giving equal respect and treatment to each and every religion. As you also know that if we have any particular festival regarding any religion, whether it's related to Hindu, Muslim, Christianity, we are having equal that or we can say we are having equal respect for all the religion. Government are not celebrating any particular religion, but what government is doing to providing equality, they are providing one day off for that particular festival. Whether we are having Holi, Diwali, Eid and Muharram, and you are having Christmas also. So government is not celebrating any festival. Government is providing one day off to all the festivals, because it can be happen na, that if government is celebrating one festival, but in another festival which is related to any another religion, government is not able to celebrate that festival because of any circumstance. Okay, we are not saying that government don't have intention to celebrate that. Government suppose कीजिए we are having corona this time, so we cannot celebrate any festival na. So all the festivals which are we are having at this time, we are not able to celebrate all these festivals. So like this, government, if sometime government is not able to celebrate any festival, so the people related to that festival or that religion cannot say that government is not celebrating our festival, and they are celebrating festival of other religions. Okay, so what government is doing for providing equal to all the religion, government is not particular celebrating any festival. Government is providing one day off for all the festival, that if you want to celebrate any other festival also which is belongs to other religion, so you can celebrate at your home by your own wish. Okay, so like this we can say that India is a secular country. Okay, I hope it is clear to you all. Next we are having universal adult franchise. What happened in universal adult franchise? There is one word, suffrage. Suffrage means right to vote. Okay, we are providing equal right to vote to all the citizens of our country who are above the age of 18. So suffrage means right to vote, and universal adult franchise means providing right to every person who are above the age of 18 years. Okay, so like this we are providing right to all the peoples who are above the age of 18. That is called universal suffrage. Okay, universal adult suffrage, and suffrage means right to vote. Okay, clear to you all? Any doubt till here? Yes beta, any doubt till here? No? Okay. So let's discuss the organs of the government. There are three types of organ, or we can say three organs of the government: judiciary, executive, and legislature. Uh, Judiciary. What is the role of judiciary? Our all the courts, high, we are having high court, supreme court, all comes under the judiciary. Okay. Next we are having legislature. Our we can say MLAs, member of legislative assembly. MLAs are included under the legislature part of the or organ of the government. Under legislature we are also having like Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. They also comes under the legislature organ of the government. Next we are having executive. Executives, who are the executives? The one who execute all these laws. We are having lawyers, president, prime ministers. So all these are included in executive organ of the government. As you say that time to time government is announcing so many policies and strategies to govern the country. So in those particular policies or in those strategies, government having all those procedures or and all those articles and rule and regulation which are formulated by judiciary as well as legislatures. Okay, so like this we can say prime minister, president, all these included under our executive term. Okay, the last term which we are going to discuss is